Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video on Battleground Season 33. This video is going to be all about your champions that can break the meta. What I mean by breaking the meta is this meta is all about your skill champions, and because of that you face a lot of mutant defenders or also tech defenders. So you need some champions that can break the mold, and you can use them to get rid of those pesky defenders that includes like Dust, Jean Grey, Domino. Even some crazy ones are going to be your Shockers and also your Arnim Zola. So all of these defenders can be fought against with these meta breaker champions that I'm going to mention. And the first one is going to be your Onslaught. I know mine is a rank 4 Sig 200, but even if you have a rank 3, he's not only a great defender, but he's an amazing attacker that can go ahead and fight with a lot of champions. Now, because he has such high immunity when it comes to magical damage or like energy damage, he can take on champions like Dust, Domino, and also somebody like Bishop as well. So here is a takedown against a Dust. Not the perfect fight to be honest, but I was able to take Dust down quite comfortably in the end. Now remember, with these meta breaker champions, your time will not be that high because you cannot compete with skill champions with all of their furies. But if you draft well and you don't give the opponent any skill champion as an attacker, you can bring in these meta breaker champions and you can win on time. Moving on to number 8 in my list, that would be a Warlock. Now Warlock is amazing because first things, he can take out all of those pesky mutants that you have. And also he is great against some of the very annoying champions that are there. So for example, you can easily take out Mr. Sinister with Warlock because he's a robot champion. And top of it, you can also take out defenders like Domino, and with the backdraft intercept, he works really well against Domino. Other champions you can think about, if you are faced with a Bishop, he's a great counter there as well. Every now and then you might also face a Havoc, so he is really great against all of those champions. And on top of it, he also applies heal block, and you can always parry and heavy to get that bleeds and those criticals up, so you don't need to really worry about the power lock. And also he drains power, so he is a great meta buster on this Battleground Season 33, so make sure you have it in your deck. Next one on the list is going to be an Ironheart. Now she is awesome for this meta because she has multiple ways she can deal damage, and she has a lot of those damage over time effects, so she can essentially work super well against your Havocs. And the most annoying defender this meta, that is going to be Jean Grey. And because Ironheart can parry non-contact attacks, she also works against your Arnim Zolas, so also against Bishops. So all the crazy defenders you can think of, people can throw against your skill champions, Ironheart can counter all of them. So if you have Ironheart, I would suggest she would be a must-have in your roster because she is going to be a meta breaker as well. And just before you know it, there goes Havoc. Moving on to the next one, we have another robot, that is going to be Bishop. Now you will need Bishop for different fights, especially against all of those crazy mutants, because as you're going to get more of the skill champions in your draft, people will try to counter them with mutant champions, and to counter them you will need your tech champions. Now one of the most annoying fights is going to be Mr. Sinister, because as skill champions you cannot reverse the regen and they crit a lot. So you have very few champions in the skill class that can take down Mr. Sinister. Actually, you don't have anybody in the skill class that can take down Mr. Sinister, so you really need a counter. You either ban Mr. Sinister in the ban phase or you have to bring in a robot. Now I have 2 robots in my roster with Warlock and also Bishop. I try to use them. Another great option will be your Viv Vision. So make sure you have 1 or 2, preferably 2 robots in your roster, so you can deal with these kind of champions, because if he has those bleeds and he throws that SP1, that is really going to hurt you and deal a lot of damage. You can achieve a similar result with Guardian as well, but I feel like Guardian is still a bit slow in this meta, so this is going to be my number 6 on the list for a must-have champions. Now, hear me out. I know this looks funny why I'm using a 6-star Starlord, but trust me, he is like a hidden gem, to be honest, in all of these. Now, you don't have to use him. You can use instead somebody like a 7-star Rocket Raccoon. The crazy thing here is you need to use champions, their damage multiplies over time. So with Starlord, every hit your damage increases, and with Rocket Raccoon, with every hit your critical increases, your critical rate. So you can deal a lot of damage in a very short time, and you don't have to worry about the power lock that you will get because of the nodes. You can just simply keep hitting the opponent, maybe get an SP3 and throw that out. But yeah, he does take a little bit of time, because it takes a little bit of hits to build up his damage. Once he has that, he can deal quite a bit. And also the way he is and the way his stance is very good for intercepts, so he can take out quite a bit of different champions, tech champions, mystic champions, mutant champions. He can take all of them out. This is in front of you. I've showcased how I took out Shocker, and the intercepts were really helpful, and just right there with the big SP2 I am able to take him out. But I got power locked, so the power lock is something you have to be careful about, but other than that, he works super well. I've taken out Jean Grey, I've taken out quite a few mutant champions with Starlord. And then we are going to go into the big and heavy hitters. So the first one of it is going to be Deathless Thanos. Deathless Thanos is that one crazy champ that is amazing on attack as well, and is also amazing on defense. And the fact that he can passively stun the opponent, so he can easily take out champions like Zola, and then also with his armor shatter, he can take about your robotic champions, because a defender, your opponent will have a lot of robots because of countering your draft. And when you have a robot, you need to have a champion with an armor shatter that can take away those robots for you. So he's a really good counter for those warlocks, and also for those bishops with vision and Zola. And trust me, he also works against other champions as well. And don't worry about losing health, because you're going to gain that back because of the willpower. So you have to run willpower, and that will really help you finish off the fight quite comfortably. Now, number 3 is going to be a Serpent. Now, all of these champions 3 to 1 that I'm going to mention are proper meta breakers, because they are power lock immune. So you don't have to worry that you're not able to throw special out at any time, so they can work really well. Again, I should have to preface that they will not be faster than your skill champions, because the Furies you get with your skill champions, they deal a lot of damage. But if you come to a point in a draft where both of you don't have skill attackers, these champions starting off with Serpent are going to be the ones that can give you an edge, because you won't be kind of power locked. And Serpent works super well, so he can take somebody out like Shuri quite easily. Then also remember, he has that true sense, so he can take away your auto block champions. He can do quite a lot, also deal with the evade champions. So Serpent is also a must-have meta breaker champion, and not to mention, and always, he is a crazy defender as well. But on this meta, you can also find a lot of utility when it comes to attack, and you are able to take down defenders. Right here, Shuri has an untouchable. I don't give a damn about it, because I have true sense on me and I'm taking out Shuri. And number 2 on the list is going to be your Galan. Now, if you don't have a 7-star version, it's going to be a bit difficult. You will need at least a 7-star rank 3. Now, this is a fight against one of those pesky mutant champions that is going to be gentle. Now, he is going to be slow. Don't worry if you don't deal damage much in the beginning. You can always recover that in the end with like a big with a big damage on the SP1 when you have 999 mass. So essentially what you do, you just throw your SP1s. Well, I made a mistake there. I should have thrown an SP1, but you throw your special attacks out. And because he's power lock immune, so you don't need to worry about not having a special attack at any time. I'm going against gentle here, and the only thing I need to worry about is when he's about to get an unstoppable, I just parry him and then use my single hit and dash back and then wait out the unstoppable. All in the meanwhile building up those planetary mass. And when I am around 600 or 700, that's when I throw my heavy attack in and activate my planetary mass right here. Now, all I need to do is to get my SP1 ready and run it as far as I can. And when I throw my SP1, I do it with maximum charges. And even though the opponent is going to block, you will be able to take him down with that damage. Kaboom. And do I have to mention the best champion, the best meta breaker is going to be Karolina Dean. Big thank you to my alliance mate Avos for sharing me with this video. I just don't have her still. I would love to have her. She is just an amazing defender, amazing attacker, and she takes out almost anybody. So if you have her, she is going to be amazing attacker for this one. With all the power gain and also power lock immunity, she is going to wreak havoc on this meta. Now, some other champions that can work are going to be your Enchantress. You also can use your Phoenix. Anybody that is power lock immune should work super well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be back with the defender list. See you soon. Bye.